we live yet? I think we might be. Yes, it seems that we are. Cool. Right, this is, as the stream says, a boring man doing boring things in a boring way. Basically, I just want to mess around on the internet, record some things for my own future use. So I thought I might as well play with streaming stuff at the same time. That way YouTube gets to store it. I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Basically what I'm going to do is just mess around with a RasPi Cluster. One of my things that I do is amateur radio. Listen to a podcast called Ham Radio Workbench, and one of the presenters, Jeremy KF7IJZ, I think it is, hope I've got that right, did a couple of videos about his RasPi Cluster, and I thought, yep, I want the same, so I'm going to build one. Might as well. Right, yeah, crack on. I think the key is this switch. This is pretty magic. It's 4 gigabit switch, but it's powered from, I don't know if you can see that. Hey, I've been playing with this software as well, so I can do close-ups. Ooh, excitement. Probably still can't read it. Somewhere on there. Basically, the important part is it's the V3 hardware because it runs off 5 volts. Let me switch back. There we go. And not only does it run off 5 volts, it comes with this cable, straight up USB, which is great. It means that I can use this Anchor power brick. It's a 10-port USB power. Will give 2.4 amps per port, which is more than enough for the RasPi Pis. It's 10 ports, which is good because it means I can have 8 RasPi Pis. We've got 8-port switch, 1 power supply for this, and 1 power supply for some fans on the end to keep them cool. That's about that. Yeah. Let me see. So I need to get this open. What I'm going to do, I will provide a link to Jeremy's video after this somewhere because he does it a lot better than I do. Right, yeah. Let me see if I can get this open. What I need to do is take the lid off so I can drill it. What I'm going to do is use some little nylon spacers and whatnot to have the pies in a big stack on top. So that's what he did. I like the look of that. It's pretty cool. That screw's not coming out. It's a good start. Like I said, boring man doing boring things in a boring way. Hopefully the audio's good. I can see the meter moving on the screen. Really should have thought about this and had a little container to put the screws in as well. What have I got handy? Yeah, nothing. That's good. Pop them down. Let me see if I can lose these tiny screws by the end of this stream. So yeah, that's the screws out. Let me see how this comes apart. Well, that was easy. So yeah, there we go, a nice complex switch. Not a lot to it. And let me work out where we're going to put things. So that must be the front. Was that the front? Yes. There's the front. Screw, yeah, that will go. That should fit as a nice heat sink in there, but I've got nylon screws anyway, so I don't mind a little bit of contact. But yeah, that's good. It was a lot easier than I was expecting. Cool. Right, the one thing I have got is this nice RasPi Pi mounting template whole thing. Again, we'll put a link on the comments or description, whatever. So this way I can actually drill top of the switch for the correct mounting holes for the RasPi Pi. It does come with a little calibration square. Hopefully you can see in the middle there. Once you print it out, make sure it's actually the right size. See if I can zoom in again. That. I think it's digital zoom anyway, so this is just going to come out nonsense and pixelated. But that should be 30mm, and it is. I'm happy with that. The other thing I've done to check, just to double check, make sure that everything's lined up. Stick the actual Pi on it and see if the holes line up, which they do. Probably can't see it on the video, but I don't care because I can see it. So yeah, that works. Yeah, grab the scissors, go back to the wider shot so you can see the random piles of stuff accumulating on the desk. Get that cut out. Get rid of that because we didn't need it, and then work out which way around we're going to put this. So that's the switch, that's the front of the switch. I think decisions. Power's on this side. Put that. Yeah, so I'm going to have power brick, switch on top. I've got a little bit of adhesive mounting sticky velcro stuff that came with the charger somewhere. Do that. Have the pies on top that way around, then the power is on the front where the USB power sockets are. So that must be off towards the right. That's still the top. Yes, that's right around. It's going to be about there, possibly. Maybe have a little overhang. We'll go for a little overhang. Let me see. Yeah, that should work. As long as we get the holes drilled in the flat part of the case, everybody's happy. Maybe. So also make sure that we aren't going to foul these little light pipe jobbies for the LEDs, because we all like LEDs. Nice and shiny. Move that back a little bit. Yeah, so that needs to go slightly further back, just to make sure we aren't going to foul those light pipes. Let's go for there. That's probably not even remotely square. Let's measure twice, cut 16 times, something like that. Get it wrong anyway. And yes, I should probably be using proper masking tape for this, but once upstairs I can't be bothered. I've got some funky little orange electric tape. What I don't have, just noticed that the cutout here says it's a 2.75mm hole to accept the M2.5 screws. Of course I don't have a 2.75mm drill bit, so I'm going to have to go for 3mm, which is fine. Give me a little bit of extra play, just so I can get the Raspberry Pis to fit. Should they wiggle? That's terrible. Let's see if I actually get that taut and flat. There we go. That's some form of almost flat. Let's see how badly not straight that is. We've got 5.5mm there. 5.5mm there. That's pretty straight. I'm impressed. Right. Ditch those. Let me see if I can just make some tiny little marks in here. Because I'm using a hand drill. Fortunately not blessed with a drill press on my naughty little workbench. So we'll give this a press. This is very flexible and feels quite brittle. It doesn't sit very flat. I have a feeling I'm about to do some damage. I also don't have a proper drill bit for this because he has a tiny plastic drill bit. This is going to get horribly noisy as well. See how badly the microphone reacts to the drill. That's not too bad. Let me drill some holes. There. I also need a new drill. This one stinks of electric burning stuff when I use it, which is nice. It's one. Lots of smells. Mostly the motor. Oh, this is flexible. I don't like this. Give it another drill. Probably helps if I don't fold up the if I don't fold up the template, it will work much better. Hopefully the final hole. There we go. Loads of little annoying bits of plastic crap everywhere. Ditch the drill because we're done with that for now. Grab a little hoover. Just more awful, horrendous, non-video friendly noises. Because drills and hoovers is definitely what you tuned in for. Assuming anybody ever does watch this. Probably not. Ditch the template. Ditch the extra swath there and hoover that up as well. Because one go on the hoover is not enough. That's actually I'm quite pleased with that. That's pretty neat. Let me switch across, zoom in a little bit. Don't know if you can see that. Come on, focus. There we go. We've got some holes. It looks pretty convincing. So if we start with, I'm just gonna grab some screws, little M2.5 screws. They should be nylon, just for extra safety, I guess. Lack of electrical conductivity. Grab me some standoffs as well. Probably not that many. And yeah, let's see what we can do with these. It's a good start. The screw fits the hole. Let's stick a standoff on there. It's a good second step because the screw seems to fit the standoff. Just like, yeah. Look, manual zoom. Woo. There we go. It's a nice funky black standoff. There's some good fingerprints as well. Yeah, let's do that again. Put another screw in there. Grab another standoff. Screw that in. Screw number 3. Standoff number 3. Screw number 4. Final one. Just get that in there. This is fiddly. I'm trying to watch two things at once. There we go. And the final standoff. There we go. Four little standoffs. Now a moment of truth. How badly did we mess up the drilling? We can get, well, yeah, pretty badly. No, maybe not. Let me loosen these off slightly so we get a little bit of play in them. Always start loose. Tighten things up later, and then switch back to the close-up. Loving this. Just click a button, get a different shot. It's great. Autofocus is a bit bad though. I need to work on that. So stand off. Go 4 standoffs. Let's pop another one on top just to hold that on. So rather than using nuts, obviously using more standoffs to get the next level of pies on there. And I think it's going to have to be a double. Just looking at the height of these standoffs compared to... Oh, that's a shot of the back of my hand. That's brilliant. You're welcome. So what we're going to have to do, I think, apart from screw this down, you can see there, if it focuses, the height of the standoff is less than the Ethernet and USB. So we're going to have to go for a double standoff on that, which is what I expected. That's fine. Screw that down. Go. Final standoff on this one. That should hold the first pie in place. Make sure we get our doubled up standoffs everywhere, because I'd like to test fit the second pie as well. Make sure everything's going to work. And then as time goes on, I'm going to buy more. Well, I've obviously got a few pies sat in the box of solutions waiting for problems, so I'll use up some of those, but I also plan to buy more. Always plan to buy more pies. So yeah, that should take this up to the full 8 pie stack, cluster, bramble, I don't know, bushel. What do you call a whole bunch of raspberries? Screw that down. Obviously not going for, this isn't going to be a concourse finish, so I don't expect all of the standoffs to line up. That would be a bit excessive. This is just a silly little hobby project. It's not to win any prizes or make any money. Just give these screws a little tweak just to make sure they're nice and tight. And they're still actually in the frame, I think. Hold the top of the standoffs as well. It's actually tricky. There we go, that's one Raspberry Pi on top of a top half of a switch. Let's see if we can get the second one on there. Find it. There it is. This is only going to be a loose fit for now because I need to come back and I've got some little heat sinks to stick on, which I will do other time. There we go. Get some more of these. Again, this is just a quick loose fit. So I'll come back and pop the heat sinks on, make sure I can get to the SD card slots, things like that. Get on there. Cross-threaded that one, so we'll come back to it. Switch back out. Hey, wide shot so you can see other things. There we go. Screw that on. Let's try that one again without cross-threading it. There we go. Much better. Not much better. This might be a bit of an iffy standoff. It's fine. We've got a big bag of them. Get some more ordered from your favourite fast, cheap Chinese website. These came from AliExpress. Cost pennies, which is always madness. Don't quite understand how they do it. Don't care. It's cheap stuff for me. Right, there we go. That's 2 Raspberry Pis screwed in on top of the switch. That's pretty solid. I'm impressed. Let's guess for now, we're done. Yeah, we're done with the switch, so I can put that back together. Just got a couple of clips in there. All clipped back in. That was super easy. I'm very impressed with this switch. It cost me, I think it was £15 from an eBay seller. It's very nice. Currently about £20 on Amazon. So switch back into the close-up. Excitement. Got screwed back together. I think I'm going to have to get a second camera angle for some side-on things. I'm going to do this again, which I probably am, because it's fun to talk to yourself while putting things together. And like I mentioned before, it's a little bit of a record for me, so I can come back and see what I did, with the idea of, well, if I ever want to fall asleep and I'm having trouble counting sheep, I can come back and watch this. If not, I can use it as really terrible, slightly out of focus, wobbly, bad audio reference material for a blog post or something. Keep screwing that in. So I could do the second monitor for YouTube or something to make sure it's still streaming. It is still streaming. Excellent. How exciting. Let's come back to that. So yeah, quick. Make sure we don't over tighten this, because that's how you strip the plastic standoffy bits inside the switch, of course. And yeah, that's the start. There we go. Of my start of a Raspberry Pi cluster. Let me grab a couple of network cables and mini USB jobbies. Here we go. Some tiny USBs. Of course, I haven't got here. Get this open. Bags. So many bags. Don't need this. I mean, I'm buying little packs of screws from China. I can't really complain about, little bags and environmental stuff, but it's a lot of packaging, isn't it? So there we go. I'm going to have this little fella here. Have it that way around. First, let's see how long the power lead for the switch is, because if that doesn't reach, then this is, yep, that doesn't reach. I guess we'll have it that way around. The power lead for the switch will fit in there. Yep, try and keep things on camera, Matt. Well done. Power lead for the switch. Get me micro USB. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Lots of cables everywhere. Could always feed it through, but we'll see. This will go around. Plug in like that. Grab a destroy. Just grab another cable. Got that bridge. That almost reaches the far end. We'll reach that end. Let's find out if a cable will reach the from the far end to the top. Probably not. I'm going to have to buy some slightly longer cables, but that's fine. We can live with that. Second cable in. Plugged in. Get another micro USB going on. See if I can find the magic adhesive for the charger block. I don't think I can see it anywhere. It's good. It's on the desk. This is the clean part of the desk. which is another reason for me doing this whole thing, because if I stream stuff then I have to sort of kind of keep my workbench clean. It'll never happen, but you know, get that plugged in, and that, yeah, look, it's the start of a thing. It's not everybody's, it's not to everybody's taste or aesthetic, but who cares? I like it. Cable going in, have lots of cables coming out the back, chance for a little bit of, well, we can try some cable management, who knows, a bit of Velcro on there or something, but yeah, there we go. That's the first little half hour, 40 minutes or so of my RasPi Pi cluster. How exciting. Nah, I know it isn't. Yeah, here's a close up, just because I can play with different camera shots and things. See, that will fit. Well, it doesn't fit at all, to be honest, underneath, but such is life. You can see we've got these little feet on the bottom of the switch, which you may or may not, yeah, those, they just get in the way of the power brick. Just annoying. We'll see, I might try filing those off at some point, or just have it wonky. Well, maybe wonky. If I get it right in the middle, it does sort of sit on both sides. You can see that side and that side is sort of half on, so get that there and then find the sticky Velcro job, get it all stuck together, and boom, happy days. So yeah, I guess next step is to find Jeremy's video, find a second part on the configuration and everything, and start following that one. But yeah, that is, well, that's my test. Give that probably 1 star out of 10. Yeah, it's, you know, well, there's a boring man talking about boring things on a boring webcam. Definitely need a second angle, I think, so we can come in and get a shot more, yeah, this sort of thing, or side on, whatever. But you know, I'm playing around, it's fun. And then yeah, I might do this again. Until then, yeah, bye.